For latest astrology videos, subscribe AstroEdify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live.
Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. If you face certain issues like constant fear, anxiety, stress, depression, sleep problems, demotivation, hopelessness, guilt, inability to feel pleasure even though you have things in life, unhappiness, mood swings, concentration issues, attention span is very poor, meaninglessness in the life, low self-confidence, tendency to live in the past and holding grudges, and suicidal thoughts, or any other issues related to mental or emotional well-being, then we are going to understand today that what is the cause behind these issues and how we can manage these problems, what are the remedies, practical as well as astrological both. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is given in the description. Any of you, if you are interested in philosophy, religion, spirituality, I have already started 2 new channels. Their link is shown in card section above as well as given in the description below. If you have questions in your mind that who am I, is there any God, what is there any free will, what is the purpose or meaning in this life, is there any absolute ultimate reality, these big questions in life, then I have already, the purpose of starting these channels is to answer these questions from the perspective of various kind of philosophies, Indian as well as Western. And we are currently discussing the Advaita Vedanta philosophy. If you are, I'll highly recommend and request that if you are interested and have these questions, do watch those videos. You will learn a lot from them in order to have a better understanding about yourself as well as the reality. So let's come back to the topic now. As I mentioned, that if you are facing these problems on mental and emotional scale, which we said so far, then what is the cause behind it? The main reason or causes behind this in the chart are weak Moon, Venus, Mercury, Lagna Lord and Varesh. So if these planets in the house, in the horoscope are not well placed, then it means that they can bring these problems which we discussed so far on mental scale. And Varesh, if you don't know, Varesh means the weekday lord in which the person is born. So let's suppose you are born on a Monday, then it will be Moon, Tuesday, Mars, Wednesday, Mercury, Thursday, Jupiter, Friday, Venus, and Saturday, Saturn, and Sunday, Sun. So these are the lords of the weekday. If you are born on any of that, any of the specific days, then the lord of that day, the planet, how it is placed in the chart, that also governs your life, health, longevity and personality. Then apart from that, Lagna Lord in the chart, first house, fourth house, Moon, Venus and Mercury, they govern your mindset, emotions, feelings, thoughts, desires. They govern your mental balance. If they are well placed, they give a strong mindset and a strong mental personality. If they are weak, then the problems which you discussed, they tend to come up in the personality and life. So these are the reasons. Now, what are the remedies for these problems if you are facing any of them? Now, we are going to talk about 2 kinds of remedies. One is the practical aspect, which is very important to understand. And second thing is the astrological remedy for these planets, because they can contribute to these issues in the life. So both of them are equally important. If anybody is just interested in doing the astrological remedies and has no inclination whatsoever to follow the practical aspects and have that understanding, believe me, you won't find any positive impact in your life. So the thing here is that you have to follow both of them. It's both of them are very important. Now, practical aspects which we are going to talk about are certain understanding of the facts which are important in order to mitigate these issues. Okay, but it will take time to follow them because these issues are deep rooted in most of the cases. So these things which we will talk about, you will have to give some time to them in order to see the results, as well as literally seeing that, okay, whether you are able to follow them or not. So let's talk about the remedies now. The first thing here is that you understand the fact that anxiety is based on imagined fearful future, and in reality things are quite contrary, quite different and what you imagine, and you don't know about the future, you don't control it. So the best thing here is to try to live in present. and make best use of it, because you are living your life in present. You are not living your life in past, or you're not living your life in future. You are living your life in the present. But we are always oblivious to the present. We are always either the prisoners of our past, or we are constantly anxious about our future. If you are living in the past, most likely you will be depressed. If you are living in future, you most likely you will be anxious. So remember that this thing, obviously most of the people understand, but nobody applies, nobody actually tries to live this. So I'm saying here, because people who face these issues, they know that this is the problem, but the problem is that they are still incapable to follow it, because remember, your mind is so overwhelming that it always inhibits you to think positive if you are facing any of these issues. So first thing, a clarity, a understanding at least must be there. Still your mind is going to create those negative thoughts, but first, if you don't have any understanding in the first place, you won't be able to make a difference that okay, these are the thoughts or imaginations developed by my mind. This is not me, and this is not the reality. I have to focus on understanding of the fact which I said so far, that try to understand that most of the things are imaginations. And if you are unnecessarily worried about the future, so try to make the best use of the present so that your future can also be better. If you are just constantly worrying unnecessarily about the future and you don't do anything at all in your present, your future is definitely going to be doomed. So you need to understand that the fact that if you try to live your life in the present, that is the only option which can also make your future better. Otherwise, you lose your life in the present, and future also is not coming out to be the thing what you have in mind, and it turns out negative. So remember here that this anxiety which is being there, it can be controlled if you understand this fact, and make yourself remember this constantly. The more you memorize this or make yourself remember this fact, the better you will be able to hold on to the present rather than unnecessarily living in the past or the future. So this is a very important thing, and try to apply it. It is a simple statement. People understand this, but they don't apply it. If you don't apply it, it won't work. So try to make yourself remember this fact. This is important. Next thing here is that if you have some genuine fears, face them one at a time. All psychology also points out to the same thing, that if you have certain fears in your mind, genuine fears, I'm not talking about imagined fears, I'm talking about genuine fears. Let's suppose somebody has claustrophobia, somebody has fear of heights, somebody faces that okay, I cannot go into the elevator. So thing here is that these are genuine fears. They can only be mitigated if you face them one at a time. It will take time, because why? Because obviously you are scared and afraid, but try to do this. There is no other solution, other option other than facing the fear in order to remove it. And once you face it, you will understand that I was fearing unnecessarily. That is how it works. But it takes time to do it. And if you have some imagined fears, as I mentioned, the previous statement, focus on that. Imagined fears, it means that they are not there. They are just the imaginations developed by your mind, and they are scaring you, nothing more than that. They are not genuine fears which you can tackle in the real life. The only thing what you can do is that ignore those unnecessary imaginations and engage yourself in some positive activities so that you are engaged in a good environment. I'm going to talk about this later as well, but these are the two things which are important to understand. Third thing here is that stop seeking unnecessary social validation and approval of people, because if you are doing that constantly, you are unaware of who you really are. You are just dependent on other people's opinions in order to judge yourself, and it makes a person really emotionally fragile, as well as it generates deep rooted identity crisis. So remember that the more you seek undue social validation and approval of people, no matter how close they are to you, you will always be deceiving your own self. You'll never be happy, because opinions and perceptions of people about you change with respect to time and with respect to their own needs. So if somebody has a good opinion of you, it is circumstantial, maybe because of their own needs or requirements from you. The moment you do something against their wishes, their opinions about you change and they become negative. So understand that if you are going to constantly allow yourself to be judged by other people's opinions and perceptions, you are never going to be in alignment with who you really are. You will always be a emotionally fragile person who does not have a clue about his own identity. So this must be stopped. And the more you focus on yourself, that okay, this is who I am, I have these kind of strengths and weaknesses, I need to improve on my situations which are not healthy right now, but I also need to focus on myself rather than you can seek out help of others, that is a different thing. But if you are doing this, what I said so far, then it means that you will always be disaligned with your own true personality. So understand this. This is very important. And next thing here is that also there are many people, these issues which I said, they also happen because if you tend to live in the past too much and hold on grudges and complaints regarding people all the time, it makes you resentful, it makes you bitter, it makes you sad, depressed, gloomy, and you always live your life in frustration. So remember that if you were let's suppose somebody actually did something wrong to you in the past, if you should have countered it at that moment itself, why you didn't do that? And if you didn't do that, try to focus on certain things now, so that forget about other people. You cannot change other people. You need to focus on your own life, so that you should not be the prisoner of your past anymore. So understand that undue grudges and complaints and thinking that maybe someday I'll get my revenge and vindication, it always makes you bitter and resentful, and it never gives you peace and satisfaction, never. So in this case, it is very important to understand that if I am living in the past constantly, I will never be happy in my present, and hence my future will also be the same. So I need to if you can, it will be better if you can forgive. I will not say forget, for people don't forget, but the thing here is that if you can forgive in silence and try to move on, it is like you are doing a favor to yourself, not to the other person. You are relieving yourself from the shackles which you have tied upon yourself of your own past. That is what you will be doing, and this is very important, because if you are doing this, you will be seeing a major change in your mindset, that yes, now it's like I feel light. It's like I feel that I can move on to a good, better things in my life. That is the thing. This is very important. Next thing here is that try to live in calm environment as much as possible. Okay, stay away from people who are mean, undue, unnecessarily critical, or really toxic in nature, no matter how close they are to you. They can be your family members also, but I'll say that maintain a good level of distance with them, so that they don't impact you too much, and they also understand the fact that I cannot behave in such a way with this person anymore. So this must be done from your end, because once you allow people to be rude and bad with you, they are going to do that continuously. Once you stop this and set boundaries, you will see that no matter how negative their personalities are, they will understand the fact that yes, I cannot do this kind of behavior anymore. It takes I'll say courage, but it is the only option which helps you to get out of these kind of situations. So better, and one more thing is, still maintain a good distance from such people who bring toxicity and negativity in your life. Try to be in good company, people who uplift you, motivate you, help you, stand by you. Try, even if they, let's suppose they don't understand you, but still they are beside you. That is good company. If you have such people around yourself like that, stay with them rather than living with such people who constantly ridicule you, and ultimately you become a person with a really poor mindset. So this is another point which must be understood. Next thing here is that try to spend at least 30 minutes every day in a calm, peaceful environment. Whatever, wherever place you like, it could be any isolated place, a place of natural beauty, anything, any room, even if you think that okay, I like it here, genuinely you feel with yourself there, go to such a place and spend 30 minutes at least every day there, and just enjoy and appreciate the moment there. Don't think, try to not think anything. Don't think about what happened in your day, don't think about what happened in your life, don't think about what could happen in your future. Just be there for 30 minutes at least. Try to be there, and if you want, you can listen to some soothing music, but thing here is that try to remain in that calm, peaceful environment which soothes you, which repairs you, which gives you energy, which gives you peace. This is very important. Next thing here is that do Anulom Vilom Pranayam. If you don't know how it is done, you can see it on internet. Anulom Vilom Pranayama. It is for stabilizing the breath, and then try to meditate on Om for 15 to 20 minutes. So how you have to do it, that sit on a yoga mat and in cross-legged position. Your back should be straight, and close your eyes, and slowly in the mind, first of all, do the Anulom Vilom Pranayam for 10-15 minutes. After that, just close your eyes and silently in the mind recite Om. And try to concentrate on Om itself. What you are reciting, focus on that. Do this for 15-20 minutes. If not 15-20 minutes, start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever is easy for you. Just do this, because slowly you will see that my mind is becoming more concentrated. If people who have troubles with concentration and attention span, and also negative thought patterns, they start to repair, because most of the time the negative things which come in mind, they also tend to go away. Slowly and slowly you will find that my mind is getting better. It is getting positive rather than all the negative things which used to happen. So that is how you will find that yes, I am becoming more mentally strong. So this must be done. Next thing here is pursue your hobbies seriously for self pleasure and engagement, because see, we don't take hobbies seriously, we take career seriously. It should be taken seriously, but see, most of the time there are people who are working in such fields which they don't like, and hence your career is fetching you money. It is very important for survival, of course, but it is not giving you self satisfaction. It does not give you any happiness. It is just there for survival. So understand that not everybody can make their hobbies their career, but it does not mean that hobbies are useless or you should not give time to them, because they are the areas which give you energy. They are not the areas which are draining your energy. So in this case, whatever you like, it could be anything. It could be sports, it could be reading, it could be writing, music, dance, anything, whatever you like. Just spend some time. Take some time in a day to spend there, because it's like it gives you self pleasure, engagement. It gives you a sense of meaning in life. It gives you a better understanding about yourself. So pursue your hobby seriously for getting positivity in your life. This is very important. Next thing here is that there are astrological remedies which you can follow. So first thing, wear a silver chain with a solid silver ball as a pendant in the neck on a Monday after moonrise. Another thing, you can wear Rudraksha 1, 2, 7 and 9 Mukhi Rudraksha in the neck. Then worship Shivalinga daily. So Shivalinga, and you can keep it at home. That is not a problem if you have that thing in mind. But how you have to do is just offer water on Shivalinga. Okay, just do the Abhishek with water on the Shivalinga. Pour water, and after that recite the mantras. Read the mantras. Om Ganganapate Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya and Om Dum Durgaya Namaha, 108 times each. Worship Shiva and Shakti with devotion. The more you do this, the more your all these problems which you face, they are going to go away. Just do them. Then you can donate dairy products on Monday, sweets or sugar or rice on a Friday, green vegetables or a green moong dal on Wednesday. Then you can keep pets if you like. Otherwise, just serve animals in any capacity. Feed them some food, anything. It could be dogs, it could be cows, it could be anything, whatever you have nearby. Just serve animals in any way possible. This is also very helpful. And another here is that avoid caffeine products. Most of the time, these issues, they are generated by they are generated by low dopamine and low serotonin. So it is recommended that people who have these problems, they should avoid their intake of heavy caffeine and junk foods in their lives. Try to have a healthy diet, which is homely made fresh food, not a stale and food which has been prepared 2-3 days before, and drink water in good quantities and avoid high caffeinated drinks. Very important. So it also helps you a lot in order to see positive change in your personality and mental and emotional well-being. So these are the remedies which we discussed so far. I hope you understood all of them. And remember, there could be times where you will not be able to follow them. Let's suppose because it will be difficult sometimes if these issues are there with anybody. So it's like, just don't give up on them. Let's suppose you did these things for certain days and again you don't feel you feel low and you don't want to continue it. You can take some time off, but again try to restart it, because it is important. If planets are not well placed, they don't allow you to do remedies also. So it's important to understand that I need to constantly try to do these things as much as possible. And if I am taking some gap also because of my mental emotional states, I still need to restart them again and again, until and unless I don't I am not continuing them for a longer period of time. So you will have to build a habit of it. It is time taking process, but it gives you results if you continue this for a longer duration. So that is another thing. Apart from that, I think if you follow these things, you will see remarkable change within yourself, mentally, emotionally, and it helps you to become a person of a strong personality. So that's all for my end today regarding this video. If you like this video, then like it, comment it, share it, and subscribe my channel. The subscribe link is given below. Otherwise, we will meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.